Good morning. Happy Friday. Here is your weekly mortgage rate update. What is the date today? January 16th. Here we go. Let's see. Mortgage News Daily 30-year fixed average today is at 6.07% APR. That is slightly up. When I say slightly, it's very slightly from last Friday, which is at 6.06% APR. So, as you can see, not a lot of movement this week. Mixed bag of economic information. We did have the CPI come out, and that came in, core CPI came in under what expectations were. Right, so remember CPI is a indication of inflation. It's not the preferred indicator that the Fed uses, but is one that they pay attention to. And so that is down slightly, which is good. Inflation is, I would say, coming under control, getting pretty close to that 2% target that they're looking for. So, right, the big one that they really pay attention to, that they like the most, is the PCE, the personal consumer expenditures. Sorry, the personal consumption expenditures. And lo and behold, we get that next week. So we'll see where the inflation front sits. Like I said, that hasn't been a big thing on the radar. They are more worried about the labor market. So with the labor market, little bit of positivity to that this week. The initial jobless claims came in a little lower than anticipated. And then last month was revised up very slightly. So we'll have to wait till Big Jobs Friday, which isn't coming for a couple weeks, to see how the labor market's doing. So, like I said, next week there is some inflation numbers coming. We have GDP, and then we also have, as I mentioned before, PCE. So I'll just give some numbers for the markets to trade on. As we mentioned last week, the reason because of the decrease in the mortgage rates had to do with President Trump mentioning that that Fannie and Freddie could purchase mortgage-backed securities. On that information, right, the rates dropped. They have, as far as we know, they have not started purchasing those yet. The director for Fannie Mae said he would not give guidance or exact details on when they would start purchasing those, but he said that would be soon. All right, so the big thing on that is once they start purchasing, it'll be interesting to see what that does to the mortgage rates, right? Whether the adjustment that happened last week was big enough, or if they start purchasing, will that rate keep dropping or drop further than what it has? So, kind of a wait and see. Don't know if they'll. I guess we'd have to start looking at their balance sheet to see what they're purchasing. I don't think they'll come out and tell us that they have been purchasing. So, anyway, that's a big one for the market. $200 billion. That'll definitely move the needle if that correction last week was not big enough. So that's all I got for you this week. Have a safe, fun weekend. Saturday is the Bobcat Parade downtown for the national championship. So go Cats! Get out there if you can. Keep doing your snow dance because we definitely need it. It would be a good thing. I know the mountains have some, but they could use a lot more. So have a great weekend. If I can help out, you know where to find me. Thanks. Bye.